Welcome to Trials and Tribulations. This is KP here.
And I'm Daniel Farmington.
And this is Trials and Tribulations to Success. This podcast is brought to you and powered by Tuscarora Fairgrounds. Our aim with this podcast is to deliver, stories of trials and tribulations to success and where they're at right now, presently in their life.
You can catch us every Tuesday night at 9 p.m.
Tune in.
I work hard for this. I want you to know that.
This shit ain't happen overnight. Nah, I worked hard for this. Yeah, swear to God, I worked so hard for this. I had to build my confidence. Yeah, I worked hard for this. Swear to God, I worked so hard for this. We started this shit from the bottom. Yeah, I worked hard for this. Swear to God, I worked so hard for this. And before I let a pussy boy take it from me, I load all the clip. Swear to God,
Why don't you tell us a little about yourself? You don't got to go too deep, but get us a little introduction so people watching.
Okay.
Where are you from? Where'd you originate from? Where?
I'm born in Buffalo, New York, downtown Buffalo, New York. Swan Street, Swan Block, that's what I rep, you know what I mean? That's the fam, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, 357 down there, down the way. You know what I mean? Swan Town Gardens, Jefferson Block, you know what I mean? That's where I was born, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised. And
There's a lot of movement down there.
Huh?
A lot of movement down there.
Oh, a lot of movement. Yeah. Down there, you know what I mean? I've been all through Buffalo all my life, though, through the west side, from down the way through the west side to anywhere you could think of, really, for real, like Buffalo was my home, but, that's where I came from, down the way. That's why I rap, though.
When you were in the sandbox, what was it like growing up?
It was beautiful. The Lego blocks. Remember the Lego blocks? Yeah, the Lego blocks. Like, just the projects, man, just being in the hood, you know what I mean? Just every day, everything that you could think of in the hood, being in the playgrounds and literally in the sandboxes, burning cars with my boys after school.
What age did you start burning cars?
Second grade. I can tell you the craziest story. I think it was around second grade. It was a couple of my boys. Rest in peace, Frankie, and rest in peace, Noel. But it's a couple of us. We was going to School 6, I remember. A lot of people know where School 6 is, but I'll never forget we got out of school and rest in peace, Frankie, man. There was this, he was the guy back in the day when we were kids and shit. And we went in the car. He had a car with just mad cars on the side of his house and shit. And we were just chilling in one of his cars. Like we used to sneak in his cars and shit. Me, my boy Meech, Tim,
Is his last name Militello?
Nah.
R.I.P. Frankie Militello
Castro
as well.
He's a Castro.
Okay.
And we were just chilling in the whip, smoking cigarettes and shit like that. We kids, we were just playing with matches, smoking cigarettes. One of us got some rolling up, at this, we're talking second grade.
Yeah.
And we just start throwing mad fucking matches inside the car, lighters and shit. Anything we could find to light this shit up. So we didn't think nothing of it, or we were just outside of the car after we did it, and we just started walking away, and the next thing you know, you heard someone scream like, holy fucking shit, the whole car's blowing up. We turn around, the fucking car's on fucking right next to the house that they lived in. And we just jet across the street like we run. They're like, those are the motherfuckers, and they're the ones that fucking lit the car up. It was so fucking funny, and it was a big thing, you know what I mean? I'll never forget that shit. In second grade, we burned our first car.
You burned your first car?
Yeah, we burned our first car.
We have to hear about the second.
Oh man, there's all types of crazy shit that we did. But that was just one of the. I always think back to that shit because when we all
when
we see each other, it's like, yo, remember when we burned that fucking car in second grade? Fucking damn police in the cars. Cops came, they're like, you little motherfucker. That's when I knew we were some badass little fucking kids.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, that was fun.
It was scary. I was shook. I was shook. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, please don't tell. Our pops, all of our pops knew each other and shit like that. So I
was just gonna ask.
My dad's gonna fuck me up.
If you lived in, did your parents stay together? You lived with my parents?
Nah, man. They were together, and then my dad was in and out of prison my whole life, and he was hustling on the block, a lot. But he had definitely made time to come fuck my ass up if my mom called. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he would come and do. But other than that, you know, they were separated a lot, a lot of in and out of shit. You know, what I mean, a lot of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Pops was hustling all my life. You know what I mean?
So when did you think it switched from like having fun burning a car to like more organized criminal shit?
Oh, more in depth crime.
When it was like we're not just kids having fun anymore, we're doing shit different.
How do I say shit, like, you know, talk about shit without fucking incriminating, you know. I remember somebody stopping me. I mean, I remember selling bud, you know, like the I remember selling bud and weed and shit like that when we was young, just for the fuck of it, just to make money, and we were smoking into it at the same time. But then it turned into like a hustle. Rest in peace to Uncle Joel, man. I used to get fucking pounds, you know what I mean, from him, you know what I mean. Fuck it, he's in heaven now, so it's in a better place. But yeah, Uncle Joel, man, rest in peace, man.
It looks like Balistic is in a better place as well, you know.
Yeah.
Considering the last 5 minutes we had this conversation, you've done a few RIPs. I'm happy to see.
I mean, honestly, that was my next thing. You know what I mean? Like, as a kid, you know what I mean. Have they passed on like as you're older or when you're younger?
Oh, they throughout the years. Uncle Joel passed on a few years ago. Frankie, he passed on a few years ago too. I mean, these are all old school guys. You know what I'm saying? Like the neighborhood guys. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We were just little fucking shitheads. You know what I'm saying? And we were just out doing stuff. So you on the block, so they see who's doing what and who's actually do certain things. So that's all. That's what I'm gonna say about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, they passed on. When we got a little older, Frankie passed on a few years ago. Rest in peace, Frankie. Rest in peace, Noel. All the OGs from the block. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Joel, Uncle Joel. But that was my boy's father. You know what I'm saying? He used to, we used to we was getting our smoke from him, but then it just grew into, started growing into something bigger. We going to school and we, making money off of it. And now we pushing weight, you know what I mean? We not talking, you know what I mean? It just snowballed into something bigger.
You realize you can do it for more than smoke. You can do that for bills.
Yeah. And then we grew up and, we started doing other things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it started at a very young age, you know what I'm saying? So it is not like something that we're proud of. It's just something that honestly just feel like everyday life, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, you in the hood, you could try to steer clear from it, but it ain't really feel like we was doing nothing wrong, you know?
How did you do in school?
In school? How they do in school?
Yeah, were you smart?
Oh, man. I mean... But I put my mind to it.
Yeah.
But I didn't give a fuck about school.
So what type of demeanor did you have? Like what type of young adult, you know what I mean, kid were you going through all these in grade school and all the way up? What type of
I was pretty cool. I was cool with everybody. I never really had too many problems other than the problems that got brought to me from other people. You know what I mean? Usually fucking dickheads and shit like that. I wasn't really too much of a troublemaker, but I mean, other than the, wild antics, I think that's just young boy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we all go through that phase.
Yeah, me burning the car. I don't think it would have been that big of a thing if we weren't in the inner city. You know what I mean? Like, if we were, like, out here,
no doubt.
I think burning the car would be cool. Everybody would come, and just chill around the car while it's burning. But we're in the inner city.
I was going to actually ask a few beers.
Right, drink a few beers. Everybody's chilling. Like, they burned the car. Oh, they're fucking growing up.
I was going to ask you about that, actually, if we can burn a car out here someday.
No, never. No.
Well, I don't think it would be as bad as it's like being in downtown Buffalo in the urban, in a city. You know what I mean? So even with the smoke and shit like that, like, I mean, everybody smoked weed, so we were just like, fuck it. Everybody smokes weed in school. Why the fuck not just smoke it and we'll sell it? But then we're selling pounds of the shit.
So they were really out to get you then too. What year are you talking? Like early 2000s?
I'm talking about. Well, you talking about for when I was
late 90s,
hustling blood and shit.
Yeah, I mean, just run around the streets.
2000s.
Yeah, you remember the cops were just.
That was kid shit.
They were more inclined to fuck with us back then.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I never really went to jail for weed. You know what I mean? I definitely
got caught with it a bunch of times.
I never went to jail for weed.
Yeah.
If you were really sit there and think about it right now, how did you feel at that time?
Oh, yeah.
What? The darn hustling.
When you were getting, you know what I mean, getting to that bread.
I felt great. Honestly, it was fun times with friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm making money. I'm having a good time with my friends.
People think you're great.
People think I'm great. I always got weed. And they always want it. You know what I'm saying? I felt good. You know what I mean? I feel like we were just, you know what I mean? It wasn't my killing nobody. You know what I mean?
All the ladies love the drug dealers.
Were you lyrically inclined at the time?
What?
Were you lyrically inclined at the time?
Yeah, with rap?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I do feel a lot better though after I stopped smoking. One day I just started feeling like it was clouding me. You know, it started clouding me. And I just I'll never forget when I stopped smoking though. I was writing a song and I had my pen to the pad, and all I remember was that I started writing and it was daylight outside, and then later on that night it was 10 o'clock. It was dark and I didn't have nothing on the paper. But I was high as hell.
I don't want to do this anymore.
So I was like, I don't know if I want to. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to do this anymore. So it was like
switch to water and everything was
right. It was like two days later, I was with my boy and we're matching it. He's got a blunt, I got a blunt. And I wrote on the window. Shout out to my bro Gelly. He'll remember this story. I just wrote on the window. It's a full blunt. I lit it. And then I threw this shit out the window.
No.
He looks like, he goes, yo, what the fuck did you do that for?
You just gave that to me.
I was like, he's like, yo, you could have gave that to me. I'm done smoking this shit, dog. And he was like, you could have gave that to me. I was like, this between me and that blunt, bro. This needed to happen.
That poor kid.
Yeah,
I get that, but you could have gave it to me.
Right, exactly. So, but it was more like it really was between me and that L. You know, don't get me wrong. Like I didn't hit blunts here and there from, you know, I think I smoked with Kenny the other day. I think I had to hit a blunt and I felt great, you know what I mean? But my productivity just went up like a lot, you know what I mean? Just me personally, just from when I did that. Could be more of a mental thing or whatever, but
talk about productivity. Well, that comes with a lot of discipline, bro.
Yeah, a lot of discipline.
Let's talk on that a little bit right now, because you know a lot of people nowadays don't have the discipline that, you know what I mean, you display. You know what I mean? I you know what I mean? I admire that, bro. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to put one's body through. It does physically, mentally, and emotionally, bro.
Yeah.
Like, where does that drive come from?
Man, I have no fucking clue. Buddha telling me I'm not doing enough.
Okay. And,
you know, honestly, just probably a lot from documentaries and just watching like a lot of my idols that I feel like are working 20, 30, 40, 50 times harder than me. And
bro, you go hard. I ain't gonna lie. You go hard, and you know, you put your body through tremendous stress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with that, you know what I mean, you gotta have a strong mental. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. Not and a lot of people don't have that mental capacity to uphold a lot of that stuff musically. Yeah. You know what I mean? Between that, your clothing brand, you got a lot going for you. You know, that's very
definitely a lot of discipline. It definitely is. It's and that's part of the. It's like I feel like I have no room to slack. You know what I mean?
You definitely don't, from what I see.
Yeah,
what you mean. I mean, let's Buddha see something on the outside.
No, I mean, I'm my hardest critic. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I have no room to slack at all. Like I hear people, I'll be talking to other artists sometimes, and they're like, "Yeah, I took like a year off." I'm like, "You got $1 million? Can I borrow some money?"
Yeah, I ain't taking a year off.
There's no time to sleep.
What do you mean you took a year off?
Yeah.
How you got time to take? When did you?
Why would you even bother until you're ready to retire? You know, take a year off when I'm taking the rest of the years off.
Everybody say that, like, so it's like, yo, bro, like you have no room to slack. Like, though it doesn't stop. Is the life is just gonna keep going. Like, you have no room to slack, and this is what I tell this myself every single day when I get up. When I wake up and I'm tired and I'm fucking dark as shit outside, and I want to roll over.
The bird gets the worm.
Man, I'm like, you have no room to slack. Remember them people that was locked up? I remember a guy told me I was in prison, and he was like, "Yeah, man, when were you born?" I was like 88. He was like, "I've been in here since 97." You have no room to slack. Yeah. You don't have a minute to slack. It's a person right now that wishes they were in your shoes. It's a person right now with cancer dying on, you know what I mean? I
mean,
met
there's
a kid that didn't get to live life.
Right.
You have no room to slack. You have no excuses. There's nobody that's gonna come and tell me any of their fucking pity party excuse. I came home from prison with nothing. When I came home, I was in the red.
No, you did have something, bro.
Right.
You had that dream, and
Exactly.
you're making it happen, bro.
But you know, you ever heard somebody? Well, I can't do it because I got
Get up and get it.
And
Get up and get it.
my trainer used to be like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yep.
Shut the fuck. Yo, I'll tell you a funny ass story that attributes to discipline. I'll never forget this. It's probably like through the years. Obviously, your discipline grows stronger. If you're real tight on yourself, you know, obviously you get stronger. I'll never forget. I was I was doing legs. My legs were fucking sore as fuck the next day. I'll never forget that shit. I'm like, yo, man, my fucking legs. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit the weight room today. He's like, oh yeah, man. Damn, man. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You stand up for me real quick. So I stood up. He looks at me like, get the fuck down.
Yeah, but you know the worst thing about legs, man. It's not the first day; it's the second day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's like, as soon as I stood up, he's like, get the fuck out of the way. You can stand up. You can fucking live. You can fucking squat. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. And then you just fight through the pain, man. Like nothing's easy. And that's the same thing with the music shit. He could tell you, I remember coming home, I'm on parole and I'm already back on the road going to New York doing shows and fucking busting my ass, we're sleeping in the car. We're sleeping in the car on the side of the road. I'll never forget, it's like a fucking snowstorm and we're coming back to Buffalo. I'm on fucking parole and I look at Buddha, I'm like, yo, bro, the gas tank is almost at E, and I was like, you got any money? He's like, no. I'm like, I got $20 in my name. I hope this shit, hope we could get back to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So we done sacrificed, we done slept on sides of the road. We done went all the way broke for it. You know what I'm saying? We done drove back and forth to city to city. We done been across the globe. You know what I mean? Doing this shit. With our last, you know what I'm saying? So no fucking time to slack, no room to slack, no excuses. There's nothing that's gonna stop me. Tomorrow me and Kenny gotta bounce after this. We gotta get ready to fucking go to New York. You know what I mean? It's just there's no room for slack.
Just driving or flying?
Flying.
Yeah, used to be driving though, huh?
Yeah, and then now we're stepping on up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Now we fly. I still would have drove if I had to.
Of course.
I don't give a fuck. I'll sleep right on that side of the road again. You know what I mean? But people just don't know, man. They just see the outcome of things and they do not see all the hard work and the endless hours of fucking work that I know I put in. You know what I mean? And a lot of us put in together. It takes a team, but you know, they just don't. I mean, we're just talking about just the pen time alone. You know what I mean? Pen time, just working my pen on the pad is enough. But you know, the traveling, the exhausting. Like people think they want that life. It's way more than what
Discipline
you
again.
Discipline.
Yeah, the only glorious part about it is what you know is at the end.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's all everybody
you
sees.
Keep going.
You know, it's a beautiful thing, but to get there, a lot of people don't want to put that and stomp that ground for that.
Yeah, but you know what though, man? I'm starting to just appreciate the journey.
It's fun, right?
I keep hearing that.
I don't want the end. The end is just when I die. Even after that, it's still gonna. The legacy will live on, but the journey along the way is what's beauty. Is the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Even from everything, from being broke, from being the kid burning cars,
Right.
You know what I mean? From being the kid on the block writing rhymes and rapping in after school, then going to jail, and I was rapping. I was doing shows in the chapel in prison. I never stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I was also locked up with Wesley Snipes too, which is a crazy story.
Let's get to locked up right over there. I think we're about there. Why don't you tell us the deal? What happened?
Okay. Well, one day I was sleeping and I thought I was dreaming, and all I heard was boom, and a fucking. Before I could look up, I remember just looking halfway up and just seeing a fucking machine gun with a mask. I thought they were coming to rob me and kill me.
Yeah.
And I just heard like, don't fucking move, I'll blow your fucking brains off your fucking. I'm like, oh shit, it's over. Then they lift me up, and I just remember seeing ATF, FBI, DEA. I'm like, what the fuck? I wish they would have killed me.
That's my fuck.
Yeah, that's the feeling that you feel. But yeah, then
What they get you on, if you don't mind us asking? I mean, I think
drug trafficking, drug with possession to sell. You know what I mean? Because they found some drugs on me, and it wasn't for weed. But
no firearms.
I did have a rifle. They did try to charge me with unlawful possession, but they couldn't. Yeah, they ended up dropping that charge because they couldn't prove it. I always had it registered and everything like that. So they did catch me with that, and then like I said, with the drug with intent to sell.
Okay, so
in those moments of you thinking that this was all a dream, what besides the dream thinking, what else processed through your brain? Like, did you think this day was gonna come? Did it mind boggle you, or did you just ride the wave? What happened?
Relief, a little bit. Like this, this was. I knew this was going on.
Okay.
I remember getting pulled over a few times, and
So
it was just a lot of eerie shit. Yeah, yeah, it was a blessing in disguise. At this, like more at that moment, it was more like, all right, okay, then fuck it. Now I don't have to do this shit. I'm just gonna ride this this shit out and see where this shit takes me from here. You know what I mean? Because I was praying to God for an answer to stop. You know what I mean? What we were doing. You know what I mean? Because it was getting crazy.
I mean, you're on a whole different journey right now, but if there's a message you could tell somebody that, you know what I mean, thinks, okay, they have to go through what you did to get where you're at, what would you suggest them? That so they persuade them not to do that?
Man, just believe in yourself and fully, and just let everything go. If you're not too deep already, you could just let everything go. And you have to believe in yourself. You have to play your hand in full. You have to go all in. And just believe in yourself and go all in. That is the best suggestion I could give you. You cannot, you can't half step. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You got to just let it all go. And it's going to require a lot of sacrifice and a lot of, it's going to be scary. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because you don't know there's no blueprint, you know what I mean, for none of this shit, you know what I mean? I don't even know how we got this far. There's no blueprint. It's just work. It's just work. It's just a constant daily grind. And that's it. You got to believe in yourself, man. That's it. You know what I mean? And don't think like there's somebody coming, because they're not. They're not coming for you. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just let go. You know what I mean? Let go and friendly fall. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you want to call it, like just believe in yourself, man. That's what I would tell them. You know what I mean?
The point that you're right now, did you ever vision it? Did you ever see this as a possibility, or was it just, I'm gonna take it as it comes, and if it comes, it comes, or
no, I always saw us getting there, but I knew I putting my all into it, because it's scary. It's scary as far as like you don't know when everything's riding on you. You know what I mean? Everything's gonna be riding on you to take yourself to that next level, to take your team to that next level, to get to that level, or to wherever your level is, whatever you're trying to do. So it's like I could open up a barbershop tomorrow. Yeah, it's scary, but there's sort of a blueprint for it. I get my license. With the entertainment industry, it's probably one of the hardest industries. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no blueprint. There's like somewhat of a format, whatever like that. But there's like everybody's case is different. Everybody's situation is going to be different. Everybody's story is going to be different. You don't know, like you don't have a guideline. They're almost like looking at you to be the guideline. Like you have to like
your own legacy,
right? Your own legacy. You are formulating the sneaker. Like you are the brand. You are it, and you're gonna keep adapting and evolving as you go. So your job is to just learn as much as you can as far as like anything going on in the industry. How can I, what can I change to make myself more appealing? What can I, you just got to do. It's a constant hustle, constant grind. You know what I mean? Yeah. Constant adapting to what's going on in the industry. So
they're constantly moving and shit.
Constantly moving, constantly traveling, constantly. Just it's so much. It's so much.
You find a spot to relax.
Oh man,
even family, even reaching back out to family, and keeping in touch, it becomes a job.
Yeah, I mean, I got a son, so you know what I mean. I gotta take care of him in full, so I gotta make sure he's good. And thank God, you know, what I mean, I'm just one and done right now. But I was telling my homegirl the other night, man, I was just like, yo, you know, sometimes I just wish I could just press pause. You know what I mean? For like a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? But you can't. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fantasy. That's when.
What would you want to pause from?
Just, man, just everything, just to relax, just to enjoy. So I could say like, pause the time, pause everything, right? Pause everything that's going on, and just chill with my lady, with the moment, with my lady, with my son, and don't, and it's and everything else isn't going, because out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? That's just how it is in the industry, out of sight, out of mind. And that's what people forget, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, now that you're trying to obtain to this certain level, you have to keep going. It's like you're trying to light the fire and you just stop because you're like, I'm a little tired. I'm just gonna go to sleep. But it's flickering already. It's like, no, you gotta fucking keep going until it's lit and which go. And then if you want in the future, if you want to, you know, want to lay down and relax or whatever, you want to let it fucking blow off, and you warmed you cooked your meal and whatever
put
the
some
fuck
coals aside.
Exactly, something like that. But right now, you can't press pause, man. There's no pause. You can't press pause. You know what I mean? Like,
with that statement alone, I know you're gonna enjoy that pause when you get there.
Oh man,
I know you're gonna enjoy that.
Listen, man,
You're gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, man. Pause.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for real. That's definitely
Now,
gonna be
go
great.
back to you say you were in prison.
Yeah.
Now, I know that they offered like programs and everything and all that. You know what I mean? How did you take advantage of any of that? Did you study law? Did you how'd you occupy yourself?
I took a bunch of courses. So I did the victim impact course, which is probably like a 6 months course. I believe it was 6 months. I did that so that I could bid, so that I know where I'm at. You know what I mean? As far as my times, it's like, all right, cool. I did the victim impact course, which was dope also too, because they brought chicks from the college in and shit like that. So I'm like, yeah, you know, chicks from college. I'm definitely in there.
He's a ladies man, huh?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, I could never go back. Oh, it was the fucking worst.
Pause.
Right, pause. Oh man, prison store. Yo, listen, it's a fucked up place, man. Do not go there if just don't go there, man.
Don't go there if you don't need to.
Don't go there. Yeah, so I did programs. I did RDAT, but it was like non-residential, so it wasn't for any time taken off. But it gives you credit and shit like that. Like when I came home, I didn't have to stay
in board and stuff.
Well, when I came home, I didn't have to stay in the halfway house and shit like that.
Okay.
I got to go.
Nice.
Few months, go right to the house.
It was a pond move. You pushed the pond.
Yeah. And then on top of that, it's just good for your bid. You know what I mean? Like, you got different, you know, this one's 3 months, this one's 6 months, this one's a couple months, this one, you know, is a few months. And then, you know, every single time you finish one, 6 months over. 3 months. Oh, that's a year. Oh, that's another. So I only did a couple years. So I was like, all right, let me do as many programs as I can while I'm here. You know, fuck it.
Yeah, right. Working out too? Is that when you started working out?
Working out too. Yeah.
I seen your pictures, bro.
I was already right.
I seen your pictures.
Yeah. I was definitely out of fucking shape.
Oh, you look good though, bro. You definitely stepped it up, obviously.
Yeah. I was already like losing weight before I got there, so I was like running all the time, trying to. So yo, bro, I'll never forget. I'm running. I'm just doing fucking laps all day. And I'm losing like weight, but it's like not like how I wanted to lose it. So I'll never forget, man.
Never is.
My bunkie Cuddy, man, he was from St. Louis. He got one leg, man. I'll never forget Cuddy ass, man. He like, man, hey, Junior, man, you ain't never gonna fucking get raped, man. You been eating all the fucking carbs. I'm like, carbs? Man, I'm eating a big ass bowl of spaghetti, right? Absolutely. I'm like, carbs? What the fuck you talking about? He's like, man, them carbs, man. So I'm like, but I know, I literally didn't understand the terminology. So I'm like, man, them carbs. He points to the spaghetti. I'm like, man, this is spaghetti. He like, yo, you really don't understand what I'm saying, dude. He's like, man, open up your fucking locker. But open up the locker. He's like, oh, hell no. I got donuts, chips, candy, mad rice pasta. I'm Puerto Rican and Italian, so it's like, I got all that shit up in there. Nigga, I'm making my own rice.
Just running and eating shit.
Eating shit, running. They like, dude, you what the fuck? So, Yeah, I'll never forget my trainer, man. Shout out to Ryan. He's this crazy ass cat from Jersey, man. He comes up to me, big as fuck, fucking eating a bowl of tuna, fucking mustard smothered in this shit. He's like, hey kid, you're gonna be eating this from now on. I'm like, I eat this shit.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, listen, you're gonna eat this shit, and I'm gonna fucking get you in the best shape of your fucking life, and you're gonna fucking listen to me. I was like, all right,
Shit, man, that's crazy, though.
right.
And all real shit, that's crazy, because, you know, fucking, you gotta look good on stage, right?
Yeah.
And nowadays, especially. So,
Well, yo, I swear, Buddha, man. Can I point this out there before I
well, you gotta be big on, or you gotta look like you can beat the shit out of anyone.
Yeah. Well, Buddha told me before I got in, he's like, yo, listen, man, one thing you gotta do with this when you get in there, you gotta focus on your body, man. Got to get right, get in shape, because, man, sex sells. We got to get you on stage and have no
Eye candy.
So I started. You know what I mean? When Ryan offered it, he was this trainer that I'm talking about is really he bought that life. Like, he was training everybody you could think of on the camp. He used to train fucking a bunch of celebrities. He was in there for extortion. Yo, he fucking wild. But anyways, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna take advantage of this motherfucking crazy ass shit because he wants to help me. He wants, like, yo, he's like, you said you rap, right? I'm gonna fucking make you look like a fucking male model. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's fucking do it. And then I fucking did it. You know what I mean? And some of my trainings are very extensive. You know what I'm saying? And they're real tough. You know what I mean? They're pretty tough. They're for endurance and you know, just overall health. But they definitely do good when you're on the stage. I want to be like Method Man and Redman when I get older. Them dudes is looking crazy on stage. You saw that? That's that endurance training.
I was like the one.
I follow a lot of the rappers. You know what I mean? I noticed, like, you know what I mean. Even Jones, you know what I mean? He gets his body right. You know what I mean? It never stops, no matter how old you are. You know, that's one thing I realize. And you know, I keep telling myself when. Maybe I just overwhelm myself with too many projects, you know what I mean? But I definitely got to get to it, man. I'm starting to get like a double third chin here going.
No, man, you would be fucking looking like Aquaman. If
you know, just all bloated. And
no, if you get your shit right, he's going to look like fucking Aquaman.
It's true.
Yo, listen, just take that look. Fucking, all it is really
I ain't gonna lie, look at all those meals you be eating. Those look plain, man.
They are.
They look too plain for me.
So what were we talking about? Dedication or something.
Yeah, man. A lot of sacrifice and a lot of dedication. Listen, I don't eat for taste on a regular day-to-day basis. So it's tough. It's tough. I don't eat for taste on a regular day-to-day basis.
I'm sorry.
If you really want, there's nothing. Listen, there's probably some secret fucking formula out there that somebody could fucking tell you. I don't know any of them. This is just hard work, dedication, and all overall health. Like I when I go out, say if we were going out together, I would go and I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck I want.
Enjoy it.
So I'm gonna enjoy it, exactly. But during the reason why is because during my day-to-day basis, I cut out all the
fun and activities and the carbs and stuff.
Well, I'm starting to look at food for myself as like a luxury. Like, depending on what you're eating it's a luxury. You know what I mean? So you shouldn't be eating every single meal for taste. You know what I mean? Or every single meal for this and this. It's an indulgence to be able to eat that way because some people can't eat like that. So these are the things that I think about. So now it just makes it easier for me on a day-to-day basis just to eat what the fuck I'm eating.
And it's working.
I'm
sure the work, it's proven to work. So, keep at it. Yeah,
and that's what I tell myself, though. I definitely tell myself when I eat this fucking meal and swallow it down with fucking water because I'm not eating every bite. I've been doing this for years, though. Yeah. So I've been doing it for a long time. Like, I've been eating like that for a while, but I literally tell myself, like, listen, man, when you go out with your friends or when you go and y'all have meals, y'all get to go at these bars and that's when you're able to indulge because there's somebody right now that that doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Don't have shit. So it just makes it that much easier for me with everything. Honestly, I don't even complain. I really, really, prison humbled me. Like, for real, man. It really did. So I don't complain. I mean, Ronnie? Is it Ronnie? She's like, yo, what do you want for the podcast? I'm like, some unsalted nuts, some Diet Coke and water. The complete,
got the wings over there too.
The wings,
wings and pizza.
Okay. All right, Ron, you picked your spot. But so what I'm saying is, like, like the most opposite rapper fucking writer that you could think of. Like, what did he say? Unsalted nuts and Diet Coke. Like, but yo, I just saw some shit with Lil Yachty today, and he was talking. It's crazy that we just talked about this shit because Lil Yachty I was watching his shit, and they were like, "What's on your rider?" This was just popped up today, and he was like, "Yeah, just like pop." And chips and shit. They're like, you don't. He's like, I don't smoke. I don't drink. Tyler the Creator. It was like a bunch of artists that don't smoke. I was like, oh, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, cool. But yeah,
some of those writers get very, very.
They get fucking crazy, right? I've heard some crazy writers before.
Yo, you gotta pick purple M&M's out. You gotta no raisins in the thing. Oh, I see some.
Unfucking believable. Yo, give me some protein shakes, some Diet Coke, and some wings and some. You know, just like shit like that.
Hospitality is always, you know what I mean? It's always, it's courtesy, you know what I mean? So if a person likes that, you know, why not get it to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But my right, like I said, I think my shit is simple.
Yeah.
It's probably, so everybody else is probably looking like, what the fuck is this? I'll take some wings, though.
I would came in thinking, man, I'm hungrier than that. I want more food than that.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. But like I said, man, I don't complain, man. I'm happy to be here. That's it.
Absolutely. We never really touched on this. You know, I mean, you got a clothing company.
Yeah.
Your clothing line, right? Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I can. 1 second.
We them boys in the herd. I'm fucking horrible.
We the herd.
Absolutely.
Man, we the herd, man. Shout out to Hyde too. You know, I got the Hyde anthem on my joint. But Herd, Buffalo Herd is my brand. Buffalo Herd is my clothing line.
Dope jacket.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really get a lot of stuff that I like to wear, but I know that a lot of people like it too. These are the new bomber varsities that I just dropped. Buffalo Herd bomber. I dropped them in a couple colors. I call this the ornament blue, and then the forest green. Just reminds me of Christmas, like the tree, and then the blue ornament. That's always
I love that.
I don't know if you're talking about that.
That's a unique color, though. It's, you don't really
I love that. It probably had a name, and you're like, nah.
Nah, it was blue. It was like
ornament blue.
Nah, this is ornament.
I get it though. That does look like the ornament.
The little ornaments that go on the tree. So I dropped these. These are my holiday drops. I got a couple of different hoodies dropping too. But the brand is more than just the clothing. It's like it's the people. You know what I mean? It's about unity. Pretty much. One day I was sitting and I was just watching a video on buffaloes, and I tell the stories. Everybody's like, "Yo, where the brand come from? Where Buffalo Herd come from?" I'm like, I always wanted a brand, but I wanted it to be a piece of me, and where I come from, obviously. But at the same time, I didn't want it to be too Buffalo, New York City. At the same time, because I wanted it to be worldwide. You know what I mean? So the animal buffalo is bigger than Buffalo, just the city. You know what I mean? You gotta think worldwide. I got fans in Brazil. I got fans in Africa. You know what I mean? I got
a herd.
Yeah, a herd. Right. So they're looking at it as just Buffalo Herd, like herds of buffalo. You know, those people that are in Africa, those people that are in Brazil, they're like,
they know what buffalo means.
They don't. They know. They'll know. They'll ask them, "Oh, you're from Buffalo, New York? That's a city." But to them, it's just they're just looking at the animal.
Right.
So I was watching a video and they were talking about buffaloes, and they're like, one thing that people don't know about buffaloes is it makes them like different from all the other animals is when a storm is coming. Like there's like they for some reason they can know that the storm is coming, and while all the other animals start running from the storm, they just start running directly towards the storm because the storm is coming. Subconsciously, they know that they're gonna get past the storm if they run towards it, while the other animals are running and just getting rained on. They know if they run towards it, the storm will just wherever they're going, they're going. You know what I mean? The storm's coming this way. Let's just run through it and we'll get faster. They'll pass faster. Wow. So like, I'm like, damn, it's like, the meaning of that is just like, don't run from the storms in your life. You know what I mean? Just face them head on because you'll be able to get, and that's all I'm like, you'll be able to get through them faster, you know? Run through towards the storms in your life, you'll be able to get through them faster. And that's what I've always did. Like I feel like I've always done. Like, it's like, boom. Every time I faced the storm head on, it was like I got through it faster. Yeah. Like when I was about to get jumped by like 30 motherfuckers, I was like, I'm going to face this shit head on so I can get through it faster.
Did it go by fast?
It went by not fast enough, but
we can jump by 30 people, you know.
It was better
and now 30 is going to hit you, so that's the best thing.
It was better than the prison stint, and it was better than any breakup that I ever had.
Oh, okay.
Relationship storms, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, things like that.
Yeah, a deep heart, huh?
Yeah, I'd rather take the getting jumped by 30 motherfuckers. Yeah, I got a deep heart. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Yeah.
I know some people, you know what I mean, they get their names or brands and everything, and they got a individual name for each letter of your clothing brand. Have you come up with one, or is it just the herd and that's what it's
No,
called?
just Buffalo Herd, just the herd. It's just the
What do
herd.
they call that? An anagram or something.
Yeah, it's where
Something like that.
never
Yeah,
heard.
bad.
No.
it's where like the H stands for something, the E would start for.
That's what it
You have
is.
to do that. But right now, it's just the herd, man. Just this. When I think of it, I just think of everybody that's following. It's our crew. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody that's following the movement. They're a part of the movement. You know what I mean? They're an essential part of the movement, and that's another reason why I created Buffalo Herd, because it was like I wanted something that's, you know, yeah, I'm Balistic Man. That's me though. If you support me, I appreciate that. But here's something that we have together. That's me. You know what I mean? But here's an extension of me that we're all a part of, and everybody that is a part of it is just is bigger. It's a movement. It's a culture. You know what I'm saying? And you get to be a part of, even if you're not at every show, even if you're not at every event, even if you're not wherever we're at, you're a piece of it, because if you're with the squad, you're with the team, you're with the herd. You know what I mean? So
The way you broke it down, I never really looked at it like that. The way he said, you know what I mean? I got people all over the place, and this animal simulates the unity that it has in the herd. Honestly, the way I looked at your clothing company is that's where you stood from. That's where you're from Buffalo.
Right.
The way you broke it down in that figurative way, I didn't look at it. That's
It's
unique.
genius
That's
because you can sell it to the locals as a local brand, but in
but
reality,
the way he said it, that was
it's,
real.
you know,
yeah. The herd is just all of us. I'm just another Buffalo part of the herd. You know what I'm saying? The herd is just an extension of me. Like, that's all it is. It's just all of us, where we all together. You know what I mean? Whether we're at an event, whether you're listening to the music and I say something that relates to you and resonates with you, it doesn't matter. You're a part of the herd. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I made the herd for. The clothing line is an extension of Balistic Man. It's just something that lets that person know, like, yo, you're just as important as I am in this whole movement. You know what I mean? And, you know, everybody is, you know,
And let's run towards this fucking
and that's run towards that storm. So if you're going through a storm, I'm going through. I've went through storms. I'm probably going through one right now. You know what I mean? And like I said, my music. I mean, it's just me. It's just me explaining my story. So if you ever have like, you're going through like a hard time, you can listen to my music, and like I'm constantly explaining. There's so many. I don't even call it writing rhymes anymore. It's like writing scriptures is what I say. So I just tell my story and just tell like the trials and tribulations to my life, and just, you know, the fact that, you know, that I just kept pushing forward no matter what, and didn't stop. And if I could do it, anybody could do it. Like I said, man, I started with nothing, fucking got knocked on my fucking ass, and fucking came back starting with even more than nothing. It's like you got to lose it all to gain it back, to get even better. You know what I mean? You got to, like, sometimes you just have to hit that rock bottom, man. And there's nowhere else to go once you're at rock bottom but up, you know?
I always like to tell people, you know what I mean? You have a shovel, and you can dig yourself the deepest hole in this world, but you can take that shovel and fill that same hole that you dug up. You can fill it up, you know what I mean, with the same dirt that you dug.
Exactly. That's 100%. That's true, man. And man, man, like, just thinking of that shit, just like prison, man, back to just being there. You know what I mean? You were there too, right?
Absolutely.
You were there. How long did you do?
My whole life, I got just under 13 and a half.
So you know that feeling, man. It's just like, you ever watch Batman and he's like in the fucking well looking up? You ever watch Batman? You know what I'm talking about?
I always watch Batman.
When he's in that,
Batman's the best.
when he's a kid, you ever watch when he was fighting Bane and he was in that fucking hole? That's how it feels. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You were only born into the light.
I was, yeah.
Sorry, I do a good Bane.
Yeah. You adapted to, like, I was born.
Yes, I was
molded
born
by
in it. Yeah.
You know, that's one of my favorite lines.
That's the shit.
Because it's just the meaning of my entire life. I feel like, you know what I mean? And just looking up at that fucking hole, it's just like, yo, I got to get the fuck out of this fucking hole.
Yeah.
And I think that when I got arrested, and I was I remember seeing my son crying and shit like that. I'll just never forget that shit. It was tough. You know what I mean? He was a baby. He wasn't even speaking yet. He didn't know what was going on. And it's just like looking at that the top of that hole, like I just keep envisioning that fucking hole and just getting out of it, like, and I'm gonna fucking do whatever the fuck I gotta. If I gotta die trying to get out of this shit, you know what I mean? That's what it is.
That's, you know what I mean? That's a fight, man.
Yeah, you made it out.
Yeah.
Still a lot of road left to travel, but you made it out of the hole.
Yeah. It's like boom, you get out the hole. Now it's like, all right, now the journey be like I was the, and that's why I said in the red.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I tell people. I'm like, yo, listen, man, you don't listen. There's nothing you could. I'm starting in the red again. I started in the red in life. Like, bro, like I did not have a normal childhood growing up, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's some of the people's biggest defeat is just knowing that it's red and it's just like.
you got to get out. You got to first but it's a good thing because once you level that, you got a clean slate, and then you could just, you know what I mean? It's all right. Don't sit there and be like, oh man, I'm not Trump with $1 million. Like, bro, who gives a fuck?
The rest of
Yeah, like it's like, oh, but this person started in generational wealth, and man, dude, just start right now, bro. The longer the complaints,
It's always someone
like,
else's fault. It's like
the amount of fucking energy that you're putting into complaining and stuff like that, you could be putting
10 times, you're wasting 10 times more with the negative energy than you are with the positive.
We could be all
Those
like
positive
I didn't
endorphins,
learn
man.
that.
When your body releases positive endorphins, bro, it takes a lot less energy. They say it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
yeah. See, we all gotta be like Keith growing up.
No, I'm just saying. I used to frown. I used to frown a lot. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But I used to frown. And we were just talking about that. You know what I mean? I had the egotistic mindset into where this is what you had to think of me, and this is, you know what I mean?
Right.
I was a young kid that I didn't want people to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Look at him. And you don't even have a conversation with him. He's, you know what I mean? I used to do bizarre things to where it put myself on a different, mentally, you know, on a different platform. But really,
For what?
now that I look back on it, I reflect on it, it's just like, wow, bro, like you really didn't know yourself. You know what I mean? You didn't know yourself.
Yeah. And then, you know, guys, it's just like young boys growing up, it's just like we feel like that's what we got to do. It's testosterone.
But find that equal balance in that time. Oh man,
Yeah,
become
man.
unstoppable.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? It just takes time, man. You know, fortunately, I was able to be here, you know, today, and a lot of people didn't get, you know, that opportunity to grow and learn that. You know, that's all it is. I mean, a lot of guys don't have that opportunity. Either they died, or either they're doing long prison term, you know, or they're doing life. And that's why, like I said, man, like, yo, I'm just grateful to be here. Like, dog, every single day is just like I wake up, and I don't know how people don't, and I just be like, thank you. I remember I woke up when I was in prison one time. I was on my bunk, and I remember opening my eyes, dude, and I looked and I seen a dude across the bunk, and he took his covers over his face, and he opened his eyes, and he was just like, fuck, like in his mind, I know what he was thinking, like, yo, I'm still here.
Yeah.
And I don't, like, and it's just in my head, I'm like, yo, I don't know how long that guy's been here, because I'd have met people that's been here since fucking 97. But I just remember his face. Like, I remember his face just looking up, and just was like, and I was like,
We could feel what
I
he was
felt his
thinking.
pain, dog.
Yeah.
I felt his pain, dog. Gray beard. I'm like,
Talking to himself, you know. Speaking to himself.
Let's not even get into that, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
some of those
not even
guys-
get into people talking to themselves. in the
Yeah, no, I
corner.
just meant
you know
like-
what the first thing is after they give you, like, well, obviously you probably know, but one of the first things after they give you your release date, like when you go to the administration. And they're like, oh, you know, hey, Daniel, you'll be here till 2023. All this extra shit, right? Or whatever.
Not Daniel.
Whatever. All right, whatever they say, right?
He's already got 13.
They're like, yeah, he's like, nah, fuck no. But they're like, after they tell you your term and everything and blah, 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 and they give you your number 205-90055, they're like, all right, that's your number. That's what you'll be addressed by, whatever the case may be. That's pretty much what they're saying in layman terms. And then they're just like, do you need to see medical?
Mental health.
Do you need to see medical? Because people will go hang it up. Do we need
And
to
they have no
call?
problem making you a zombie and you become a product of the stage.
Exactly.
I mean,
They'll give you pills. So it's like, you'll see people fucking like Like I got PTSD. I know it because of fucking yo, bro. I'll never forget. I was with my ex. I was sleeping one time, and I woke up out of my sleep. So I flew out the bed, almost across my fucking just like off the bed. That's how bad my jokes are sometimes. Like
just from dreaming, like in your sleep.
Yeah. So I remember. I know that's one of the symptoms. Like I remember just seeing people. You're walking and you're looking at bunks and you're seeing people like twitching, like in their sleep and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because prison's not a place for you to be. Yeah. And your mind is like, I could get, anything could fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? So you just going through these. You're going through these things. It's just mental health is just fucked up. People are talking to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fucking sleep comfortably. That's gotta be insane.
Oh man, I'll never forget. I woke up the one time the fucking CEO had the fucking. I'm like, oh shit!
Had the light on you?
Yeah, the light in my face. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like,
doing a Bucky Phillips check.
They were checking to see. They were doing the fucking they were breathalyzing people in their sleep. Yeah, they were breathalyzing motherfuckers in their
hooch
sleep.
They had that white light there.
Yeah, motherfuckers is hooch all over the place, man. Man,
that stuff give you the shits, man.
Yo, I'll never forget. Yo,
what to the shits?
Yo,
that shit was disgusting, man.
When I first got there, they're like, yo, whatever you do.
Anything to escape though. I ain't gonna lie. Anything to escape that time.
I didn't because I was nervous to get piss tested. Yo, bro, I'll tell you, bro. Like my first fucking few months in, I'll never forget. I'm standing out in the wreck in the yard and shit, and they're like, Melendez, report the medical. And my man's all looking at me like,
oh, you know what that is?
Bro, you hot, bro? I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't do shit. Bro, I swear to God, bro, I get over to medical. They're like, yeah, I swear to God. I'm like, yo, what the fuck did I do? Like, what happened? They're like, you have suspicion. I'm like, random suspicions. Just to check my ass.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
All right, bend over. I get asshole naked. That's why today I just posted it. It's random that we're speaking about it, and I said,
you should have just shit.
Huh?
You should have just shit.
Yeah, right, you're going right to the hole. You're going right to the shoe.
But nothing in there.
You're going right to the shoe. If they don't beat your ass first and then take you to the shoe. But today I just posted in my story on the song Inspire Me. I said a media presentation couldn't tell you half the story about the mandatory strip searches in the laboratory. Like it couldn't. Like they couldn't tell you how they just walk in and be like, yo, everybody out. You strip.
That's a fact.
Bend over, caught. Like it's fucking nuts.
Yo, I tell people, I said, yo, I show my dick and balls to more men. I mean, not no homo stuff. You know what I mean? When you leave the visit floor, it's mandatory. You know what I mean? But I had a caring family that, you know what I mean, make sure they come and make that trip. So
yeah.
I mean, mandatory. You know what I mean? There was no questions. You know what I mean? This thing was being shown. Like,
when you leave, they were doing it before and after for me for a while. Before and after. I didn't sit down with my mom and I'm looking at her.
I got to the point where I start going in and I'm like, yo, this is the best part of your job, huh?
That's what I was gonna say. It sounds like they like you guys.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, how can you sit there and like, I mean, obviously it pays their bills and
stare at another man's asshole, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this must
start pulling Ace Ventura on them.
Yo, man, yeah, it was a fucked up situation, man. There's a lot of fucked up shit that goes on in there, man. Man, a lot of shit, man.
What happened after you got out? Were you just instantly a dope rapper?
I was still rapping while I was there. So we had chapel I think chapel was every Sunday or every Wednesday. Yeah, I think it was every Sunday. Either way, we was performing on Sundays and shit like that. So it was dope because there's a lot of talented brothers in prison, way more talented than me.
Somebody told me.
It's sad. Basketball, music. So many people are lost in there, man.
Yeah, so we would do live performances too, like with a band. You know what I mean? And I would literally be rapping my songs to my boy, man. Shout out to my brother JB, man. He's in Rochester. He was doing a bit with me too. And I would be rapping my lyrics and shit and some of my hooks and shit. And he would start playing the piano and creating these songs. He played every instrument. And he would also sing and rap and shit too. And he would like write songs. Like he had this song called Off Balance. I should have probably even been speaking this shit, but it was dope. He wrote it for Chris Brown. I'll be singing that shit to myself. But the funny thing is, he would come singing my songs to me. He would have them stuck in his head. And I would have mine stuck, like his stuck in my head. And I'm like, yo, dude, he's like, yo, bro, man, come on. You got to come to the to the chapel. We gotta make the song, and it's stuck in my head. Like, and that's the craziest shit about it. When you in there and you ain't got no studio or nothing, so y'all are singing y'all song. Yeah, it's in your head, and I sang it to him. I sang my song, rapped and did it, and he's telling me. So we don't got. It's not like you can play it, so you just literally singing it.
Yeah,
so you gotta go back to the chapel and play the song. Just it's like almost like a high, because you really if you're in music, you really want to listen to that song. You know that song exists. And you can't hear it, you got to go play it to hear it. Like, it's just some weird shit that we did. And
I mean, creating and shit, that's gonna feel good.
Yeah. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah, fucking sell. You know?
Yeah. And then fucking we went out, and the first thing I did was tell Buddha, yo, get the fuck on the road and get the fuck. We're going to fucking New York. We're going to fucking this showcase out here. Let's get the fuck on the road. And then Buddha was all right, let's fucking go. And now we fucking left. And then we fucking, and now we're here. I don't know. Everything else is just a blur in between.
Yeah.
I hope you took a lot of pictures and stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot of videos.
He won't give me a lot of my shit. I have to curse him out. Yo, Buddha, what the fuck, bro? It's been like 3 weeks. I need the fucking footage. I'm creating a fucking.
I'm
documentary.
That's beautiful.
Who was holding the camera?
Keep doing what
Him.
you want, man.
From the beginning, even before, he's like, "Yo, I'm documenting your journey. You want to sell my journey?" No.
It's crazy though. Listen, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, I for those to do that, you know what I mean? It's especially a journey of yours, bro. That's you know what I mean? From where you were at as a young person to where you're at now, that has to be.
Well, if anybody could document my journey, it's him. He used to see me running around in my diaper. He gave me my first nickname. My first nickname actually was Froggy. So
yo, his voice when he was little, when he was a baby, like, I'm gonna play this young flying.
When he was a baby.
Yeah, when he was a baby. He wanted to play the game because we would go there with his pops and play the game with his pops and his older brother. And we'd be playing the Sega. He'd like, I want to play. Get out of here, Froggy. Get out of here. So yeah, he had that voice. Like from the Little Rascals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So for years, I hated that shit. Then it got funny when we got older. Like, it's just like, I was a baby though. I'm not talking about fucking running around in diapers and shit. You know what I mean? You talking shit to him like, hey, shut up. Like, then after a while, it just got funny. Like, yeah, that's my nickname. But I'm like, I couldn't be Froggy the rapper.
That wasn't gonna work.
That's not gonna work.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
That's a good story though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, you know, to have it documented and the journey that you're on, man. Yeah. You know, you're the domino to somebody's life. You know that in a positive way. Right. As I mean, those dominoes fall down. You know what I mean? That's where the person really needs to realize. You know what I mean? It's never too late. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I said, in stories such as yourself, I truly believe that they need to be told and heard. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, that domino, a lot of people don't have that envision of, okay, it's gonna get better. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, they're stuck. Man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And nothing against a lot of people, but there's really no guidance in this world. There's so much confusion between politics and everything else. You know what I mean? It's just like our generations that are going to be leading us, they have no guidance right now.
It's an attack on reality. It's all types of shit, man. It's like, listen, man, you know, everybody has that feeling of right from wrong. So, you know, I continue to have a hope in humanity. Okay. And I believe in humanity at the end of the day. So I believe that, you know, we'll get to, you know, a place, you know, hopefully we'll be all right. Continue. We'll be all right. You know what I mean? I believe in people at the end of the day. Do I believe there's a bunch of fucking retards? Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't use that word, but do I believe there's a bunch of idiots? Yeah. Yes. But I believe in people, man. I have hope in humanity, and that's all. You know what I mean? Just like how, you know, we talk and we feel this way, there's tons of people that feel the same way too. And speaking of being like a domino, man, that's how I feel. I just feel like I'm just another piece of the puzzle. I'm no bigger, I'm no smaller. I'm just a piece of the puzzle. I'm just trying to figure out where I fit. That's all. You know what I mean? In the puzzle. You know? And hopefully it helps somebody else say, yo, you spark that one idea that, you know, to someone else where they're like, I'm gonna put my piece in the puzzle. And everybody just puts their pieces in the puzzle, you know what I mean? And that's all, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a leader or a follower?
I definitely would say I'm a leader. I don't really follow too many other. I'm different. So I don't really follow. I like to learn and take certain things from different people and stuff like that. Like, I mean, if you're gonna build a house and you want to build it your way, you still need to know the foundations of certain things. So, like with me, I'm big for music. For instance, I'm big on homage. I still believe in looking at like the core, why I'm here. Like I even have a thing about like this big, like why am I doing music again? Like I always want to remember why I'm doing it. I do it my way. Obviously, if you listen to my style is a little unorthodox compared to a lot of people. I'm real versatile. You know what I mean? But I like to learn. Like Pun is my favorite artist, but I'm like, well, why is Pun my favorite artist? So I started looking at his favorite artist. Yeah. Then I started looking at that person. Next thing you know, I'm all the way back at Sade. I'm listening to fucking Luther Vandross and shit. I'm like, oh shit, that's why I boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Because you start implementing certain things into your music, and you wonder where they come from and shit like that, and where the roots come from, and then you just keep going. Like you're like, why? Who was Tupac's favorite artists? And his artists, some of his favorite artists, they weren't just hip hop artists. It would be a funk soul artist. You know what I mean? It might be a pianist.
B.B. King or some shit.
Right. I'm over here listening to Frank Sinatra. Like literally, I'm driving by you. You think I'm grilling and shit like that. I'm over here listening. I did it my way. I'm like. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, damn, what you listening to? You listening to that new 21? Yeah, like I'm about to put it on right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I just went from Frank Sinatra to 21 Savage, like my music, and then obviously my background. So I'm real big on like finding those type of things and implementing it into my way, and then doing it my way, and going my own way. I do not want to go that way. Because I'm going this way. So I'm a leader. I would definitely say I'm a leader, not a follower. I'm not going to sit there and follow somebody's whole fucking path and direction. And I hate when you say, I'm going to be the next. No, I'm not going to be the next. I'm going to be Balistic Man, and I'm going to be I'm going to create my own next path. I'm not going to be the next Eminem. I'm not going to be the next Jay-Z or the next. No, I'm going to be Balistic Man.
The biggest one.
So would it be fair to say, you're a follower, but creating your own legacy?
Creating your own legacy, yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that because everybody
or leading.
Yeah, leading your own legacy. So like you'll be foolish to not to go on the court and not know who your opponents are. Mm-hmm. And that's what I tell people all the time when they're like, "Oh, I'm not a follower." Like they get that so fucking like tired. It's like, "I'm not a follower. I'm gonna listen to you." Inside the music industry, I'm like, "You're gonna go."
Somebody already.
I don't give a shit. I'm never gonna listen to anybody.
I love these fucking voices you do.
I'm like, yo, bro, you don't know.
It didn't happen overnight.
Yeah, I worked hard for this. Swear to God, I worked so. But listen, I worked hard. But listen, though, it's like you debate. It's like, yeah, you don't know. I just happened. Oh, why would I pay attention to that? I'm not a fucking follower. I don't fucking listen to anything. I fucking music. Like, yo. Really? Like you want to be in the music industry, but you're not. I don't want to fucking follow up. Relax, bro. It's all right to know what's
because the general public is like, I'm not a follower. No, but that's look at each other like, I'm me neither.
Me neither. They're following each other not to be a follower. I'm gonna follow you not to be a follower. Like, but I just like sometimes I think people go a little
charge around here.
Yeah, sometimes it's like I think we get like, yo, where are we right now? Like are we on planet Earth still? Like, me and my boy when we were in prison, I used to go. I used to go fucking up to him. I used to see him in the fucking in Chow Hall, and he would be standing there, and I already knew what he would say to me. I'll get there, I'll stand side by side. She's like, "How did we get here, man?" I'll be like, look at where the fuck we're at. I'm like, I don't know, man. How we get here? I swear to God, it was like a little joke that we used to fucking do just to like, you know what I mean? We're both from Buffalo, so yeah. So it's just like when we saw each other, we would just stand there and how the fuck? How did we get here, man? I'm like, I don't know how we got here, man. He's like, we need to get the fuck out of here. But yeah,
you still have those moments where you're just like alone. You're like, fuck this shit. I can't believe this.
Yeah, no more locked doors. That's it. Real, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, so yeah, back to what I was just saying. It's just like, yo, listen, bro. You like Kobe didn't go on the fucking court not knowing who his fucking opponent was. What are you fucking like? Are you fucking? Where are you? Where are you? How did we get here?
Yeah.
Like, where are you at?
Did you come prepared?
Yeah. Did you come? Do you know where you're at right now? Like you walked into
I'm taking a year off.
Right, I'm taking a year off. I don't want to like this shit. I don't want to follow nobody. So
You
it's
haven't taken your year off yet, Balistic Man?
no, yeah, I did. I took 2 years off when fucking McKean Federal fucking Penitentiary got them from me. That was my vacation. Guy was like, "Here, you want a vacation? Go." Fuck out of my face for 2 years.
Get yourself together.
Get yourself together, you fucking piece of
Use
shit.
that or get lost. That's it.
Yeah, that's what he said. You know,
Get right or get left.
I was like, shit. I was asking for a sign. I didn't know this was gonna get the fuck. Here's your sign. You see that fucking sign on the wall? It says strip.
Yeah.
Fucking strip.
Sometimes randomly.
But yeah,
just you more than others.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, man. So like I said, but back to that, I truly feel like if you know, to me, it's like I'm just feel like I'm watching the greats play, and it's like, yo, listen, you gotta like, I got my own path, but you gotta be able, you gotta know who your opponents are. You gotta know where you're going. You can't go you can't go to the fucking football field and bring a baseball bat. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, where the fuck are you at right now?
Suge Knight did that shit.
He did. Look where Suge Knight's at right now.
All right, good point. Very good point.
You know, so it's like, yeah, man. You know, I learn from. I like looking. I love that, like listening to all the new shit out from the old shit. That's what makes me like. I don't like really explaining my vantage point because I feel like it's a vantage point. I feel like I have a vantage. I have my own system to where I feel like I'm like, okay, this is how I'm winning because of my vantage point. I'm
doing that.
I'm smart enough to remember. I'm smart enough to remember on Reasonable Doubt that the same person that I went to high school was when I was growing up going to school. It was he was on Fabulous's what was his name? Mr. Badass. What was his name? The dude that does the Scarface impressions. Pain in the Ass.
Pain in the Ass.
Yeah, Pain in the Ass was on Reasonable Doubt and is on Fabulous's Ghetto Fabulous. I believe the album was it Street Dreams. But anyways, I'm smart enough to know both of those things, but and see where I was when I heard Pain in the Ass, but then remembered like, oh shit, he was on Reasonable Doubt. And when I say that to say this, like I'm listening to the newest shit out. I'm really banging 21. I'm really banging Lil Baby. I'm really banging Favi. I'm banging that shit. Like I'm with them right there. I'm writing on drill. I'm. It's not even about switching. I love it because this is hip hop, bro. If you don't like it, then why are you even here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you here?
Right.
I'm listening to Benny. Then I'm back playing some Pop. Then I'm back playing some Big. Then I'm back playing some old school fucking $500,000. You know what I'm saying? $500,000. They don't even know who $500,000 is. Rest in peace, $500,000. I'm playing that. My favorite?
Yeah.
That's a tough question, brother. Pac will probably be at the top.
Yeah.
Pac, you know what I mean? I'm the Puerto Rican Pac. You know what I mean? And I did that as a tribute for Pac, just to show the world. Like when I did Puerto Rican Pac, it was just really I wasn't calling myself the Puerto Rican Pac. It was definitely good clickbait. You're welcome. You know, but I did it because it was just like to show the world, like, listen, this is how big Pac's impression was that he left on the world with that. There's a Chinese Pac. There's an Italian Pac. There's every there's all types of Pacs. Like I was just saying, I was just thinking in my head because like I said, your girl said I sound like the Puerto Rican Pac. One day, Shorty did say that to me, and I was like, oh shit, that stuck with me. And the girl said I sound like the Puerto Rican Pac, and Pac's my favorite artist. So I was just saying that his impression was so big on this world that he left an impression so big that there's an Arab Pac. There's a kid right now that's fucking Arab that's over there listening to "Come With Me," Hail Mary. You know what I mean? Like he's right. Wow. So his influence was that big. So that was my.
There's literally a dude in the east side of Buffalo.
So East Side Pac?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. I believe it. There's a Pac in all of us, man.
I mean, it's Tupac's East Side Tupac.
So yeah, Tupac will be my favorite.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the greats. That dude was a poet.
I love Pac, man. I always said it like. Pun made me want to lyrically rap. Like when I first heard Pun, first of all, I didn't know that he was Puerto Rican. I didn't know anything. But Pac made me want to be a rapper. Does that make any sense? Pac had the image. When I was young, I'm looking at the videos. How do you want it? I'm over there like taking my shirt off. How do you put your shirt back on? No.
I mean, at that time, Pac was in charge of everything. He was number one, no doubt. There was the whole Tupac Biggie thing, but it was clear Pac.
No, man, Pac had it, man. Pac was that boy. You know what I mean?
Generally speaking, maybe
I
not
love
lyrically, maybe one. Not
oh yeah, Buddha don't like when I say that. I mean, listen, I love Big. I love Big. I was listening to Big too. But man, Pac was just Pac was.
Did you see how many white girls cried when Tupac died? So that's what I mean.
Listen.
So that's exactly what I mean.
Were you over there crying too? You know you're crying. Listen, I cried with them.
We're fucking sad as shit that day. I remember.
Are you crying? No, it's fucking dust inside the house.
Yeah. We went to Amanda's house and we all listened to his albums.
Yeah. You just sat there crying.
Pac party all day.
Pac party?
Yes. I became the North Buffalo Pac.
You shaved your head, tatted thug life on your stomach and shit.
Yeah, but yeah, all kinds of bandanas.
Yeah, Pac made me want to be a rapper. So like, but when I remember here, so I was over there. I was writing rhymes. I was like in the mirror, like, yo, man, damn, I want to be like Pac. But I like Pun gave me a sense of that I could really do it because when I found out who he was, that he was Hispanic. I first heard Pun, and I remember hearing him on the song. I think it's the Black Hand on Don Cartagena. And he's what did he's it's Joe and him going back and forth, and he's saying every man in this world has a destiny. Can't know whether rapper get the best of me. I guess you just dumb and blind, you know the rest get it. That was before Twins, before he did in the middle of Little Italy. So I remember hearing that when I was a kid, bro. My brother and them playing, I was like, yo, who is that? They were like, you don't know who Pun is? How are you Puerto Rican? You're a disgrace. I'm like, Jesus. Yo, they over here just casting me to the devil. I'm like, I'm 8 years old.
Yeah, I guess that's how it went down in every fucking Latino neighborhood. And I mean, by default, because, you know what I mean? This dude's doing something.
Yeah. So, but it was
on TV.
I didn't know who he was.
TV and shit.
I just remember hearing it. So I was stealing all my brother's cassettes. I stole the Outkast joint. Elevators, you know what I mean? Me and you, I stole that joint. That got cuffed. Nas, I Am got cuffed. All them joints was getting cuffed.
No, the War Report.
All the War Report.
I bought that shit 7 times.
Nori and Capone. Yeah. So it's because I had to cuff them because I was going and buying bootlegs down the street. So I was saving up my money, and boom, one day I bought All Eyes on Me. Pac was my favorite, so I'm buying the Pac joints. And I'm listening to How Do You Want It? How Do You Feel? Cause my dad walks in, like I said, my dad was not around, yo. So why he walked in the house at that moment in time and caught me, he was not around.
Because you were fucking up.
He was like, what you over there listening to? I was like, Tupac? He was like, give me that fucking cassette. Yeah. He probably took it and started playing it in the car and shit like that. Yeah. But I was like, fuck, goddamn, man, I can't. So I would just wait for my brother to leave and that joint was getting cuffed. And then I would just cuff them all. But I remember hearing Pun the first time on that joint. And I was like, yo, oh my God. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, Pac, I loved all of them like that. But when Pun rapped, it was like his lyrics were so deep that it was like, yo, who the fuck couldn't write like that? Like, that's this before I heard that in the middle a little bit. Like, it was just that song on Don Cartagena. I'll never forget seeing the cover. I was like, oh, this cover. Shout out to Joe, man. Shout out to Fat Joe, man. The cover was just so iconic. I'm like, it's a mob type shit. And I still didn't really know that it was Pun. I didn't know who Pun was. I'm like, well, who is he? So I'm like, I got to buy the Big Punisher joint. That's when I bought Capital Punishment. Oh, my God.
Off the chain.
Yo, bro, I bought that fucking cassette. I bought the album like 50 times over, bro. Yeah. Because it was the rawest. Who the fuck starts their album with Fresh? Bro, you're not from the hood if you don't know the movie Fresh, bro. Man, that nigga go down. All them niggas is going down. Punisher should be taking their ass out. Punisher the real deal. Remember that shit with us? Yeah. And the fucking next scene, he had the dog. He was fucking putting the fucking dog up on the motherfucking shit. The dog, he killed the dog and all types of shit. It was a bugged out ass movie, but it was so fucking real. Fresh was so real. So for Pun to put that as the intro was just like, oh my God. And then,
if you had TBS,
beware, what?
If you had TBS in the 90s, you know.
Yeah,
Fresh.
Yeah, Fresh, man. Like, Fresh
forced you that.
Yeah, it was so real. That movie was so real to me. You know what I mean? Because of the shit I saw growing up, and just seeing that kid, and I could feel his pain. You know what I mean? Because of shit I saw growing up. You know what I mean? Seeing the drugs and your mother and going through all types of shit. My life was, you know what I mean, real crazy. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, so that movie was big on me. So when he started that shit, man, I was just like, oh, this shit's the shit from Fresh. Oh shit! Like that shit was raw. Then just the Prodigy came. I gave you feel. What was it? Prodigy or was it? Yeah, but either way, that shit was the shit. Man. Beware.
Yeah, that joint was there. That whole album. That's when you could listen to whole CDs from front to back.
Oh my
Please
God.
bring that back.
And it was just, it was song after song. Yeah. You ain't the killer. You still learning how to walk from New York to Cali. All the real niggas carry chalk. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Bro, he was just saying some crazy shit.
Yeah, Pun was, I mean, I don't want to say like underrated because people know.
Yeah.
But I don't think they knew, like one of the greats.
I mean, I don't know. That's debatable.
5.
It is tough. Yeah, he's top 5 of mine. Yeah. I got a big battle between Pun and Big L. I just fight this battle. Right. It's a daily battle. Yeah.
Big L?
Was it Pun or was it L? Because Big L was another one. I'm quick to blast a goon and break a motherfucker like a plastic spoon. You know what I mean? That motherfucker was saying some shit. Turn your tux red. Got far from broke. Got enough bread and mad hoes. Ass beavers. I get nothing but head. I'm like, yo,
that's
this
like
is
your
97, 96. Rappers are still trying to sound like that. These battle rappers trying to sound like what he was sounding like. What the fuck? I know. Like, bro, he was saying some shit.
Listen to that one shit that Biggie said. Biggie exposes the wickedness. That one, yo, that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I dare you to stick your dick in this. Yeah. Pussy has filled the syphilis. He's got a Rio committee. Yo, those things, we're like, no, they're
people don't even freestyle anymore, you know? I get it because you can't, because your whole industry doesn't, right? Because the whole industry doesn't. So you can't fuck up. Yeah. But now but people just spit some unreleased, right? Isn't that the new freestyle?
Well, I mean,
so you can speak for everyone.
You can't reveal all the secrets of the magic, but a lot of rappers, a lot of us are just spitting. Like you could freestyle off the top of your head all day if you want. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that either. But we do want to give you the best of the best of the best. You know what I mean? But we don't. It's still a freestyle because to me, if you could remember all those lyrics off the top of your fucking head, bro, you're a fucking monster. Some of the shit that
put it on a strange beat.
Dude, fucking some of this shit. Like, come on, man. You think Jay-Z and all them were just freestyling when they were going back to back with Big L and them? Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, all the shit that they were going. Like, sometimes you can. Some people are amazing at it, and that's good for them. Yeah. But also, at the same time, you still want to give people that, you as an artist, you want to give a piece of something that you thought and just, you put together and you just, you want to be able to.
You're trying to build an art piece.
It's an art piece, right. Yeah. And, we want to give you the best presentation. That's part of the magic, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's like you don't want to reveal all the magic, though. You know what I mean? But
along your journey, have you ever considered the dictionary your best friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God! Like, sometimes I create word. What was the word that you were fucking prophet? Was it? I said the word. I'm like, what was it? Probabilities or something. I don't even remember what I said, but I was like, we gotta start scaling the probability of some shit. I said, I was like, if that's fucking a word, I think it's a word. And then we started checking it was a word. So like, sometimes I go to the dictionary to see if I even said a word or not.
That's cool. You know, because not a lot of people still study that thing or even.
And before I use a word, I try to fucking, check the definition of it and terminology of it and shit like that. But yeah,
just pull an E40 and just start making shit up.
Oh shit!
That dude's got a pass though. He literally still is trending words. That guy.
Yeah. 40 is dope, man. 40, he grew on me. He grew on me too. A lot of artists that when I was young, I didn't that
because they told you not to. They told you not to because we were supposed to stay on that East Coast shit only.
No, it was
That's
just
what it was.
No, what it was trying to get familiar with get familiar with the unfamiliar. So that's what I grew. That's why another big thing is with me is like I'm real big on not getting comfortable, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, and getting familiar with the unfamiliar. So if I hear something, I'm like, no, I gotta listen to it more. Now I'm always doing that shit. So I'm gonna have my the pots and the whatever that I go listen to my go-tos. But I'm also big on going, like I said, I'm listening to the newest artists. Wait, hold on, boom. Like as soon as I get I'm on it. I'm on the, you know what I mean, the sites like, I'm checking, I'm listening to them. And I'm listening, you know what I mean? Because I want to know, I want to hear, I want to vibe out. First I want to be a fan of that person.
Oh no.
I want to be a fan, I want to listen to it, I want to feel their creativity and what they're offering to bring to the table, if they're offering anything. Because some people ain't offering shit. Some of that shit is garbage, bro.
Well, we think we're ramping up soon. We got anything we want to?
Is there any projects that we can stay tuned and look for? Is there, you know what I mean? I know you got a lot going on. Is there what can you discuss at this time?
Right.
You know what I mean, that we should pay attention to.
Right now, we got Street Legacy. Shout out to my brothers, Killer Fracture Music. And Fracture Music, we just dropped the new album. It just released, Street Legacy, on all platforms. I got features from Mano, Benny the Butcher, my brother David Corey, a bunch of people on there. Check it out. It's definitely a dope album. That's the new project out right now. New music videos out right now and more coming. And we got a lot more projects in store. But right now, Street Legacy is out now on all platforms. All new Buffalo Herd drops, as far as the merch drops, available as well. And we got a bunch of stuff coming in the works. We got some stuff working with Khaled and Joe. Yes, we do that. Shout out to my brother Pistol P. The whole KAR family, Yap Music, we the best, Terror Squad. I was blessed to, be in a situation where, shout out to my brother Jimmy Scott Jr. too.
Oh yeah, love that dude.
Yeah, but I was blessed to be in a situation where, Pistol reached out to me and we started working on a lot of projects, a lot of songs, and we created something dope. We'll just see, wait to see what's gonna happen with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, man. A lot of music.
You got any up and coming shows where people can find you?
Not yet. Not right now. Right now,
you're always at the store, right? I see what store you always at.
Oh yeah, shout out to my brother Cito over at Sweet Sound Music. Shout out to my brother Kenny, Mighty Fine Fashion.
So you're over there a lot, so you motherfuckers show up there.
Yeah.
Like just see Bliss.
What's your platforms that people can follow you on and you know what I mean?
Instagram, everything is Balistic Man.
Your clothing and all that. You know what I mean?
Look for Balistic Man with one L and Buffalo Herd. Join Buffalo Herd is the Instagram. Balistic Man 1 is the official Instagram. My official Instagram. There's a lot of fake Instagrams being created and all types of brands.
Do you support that fan page? And
I support my fan pages that are doing the right thing, not the fan pages that are
more than one.
I got fans in Brazil that made pages. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got way more than that. I got Brazilian.
But fan page. I didn't know that.
Where can people find your music at?
All platforms: iTunes, Spotify, any platform, YouTube, anything.
Same thing there too. Balistic Man?
Balistic Man, yeah. Anywhere you can search Balistic Man up and you can find my music there.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we really appreciate you stopping out and sharing your story. You know what I mean?
We got one more question.
Can
we get a freestyle?
Freestyle?
Or whatever?
Before you do that.
Okay.
What's one?
Yeah.
If you could leave an impression on one person today, whether it's a male, female, with a positive affirmation of word, whatever, you know what I mean? What can you say right now into that mic that, you know what I mean, could help possibly, you know what I mean, somebody change, you know what I mean, that there is hope at the end of the tunnel?
Man, just let this dark time in your life right now be the moment that's going to lead you to the light. Don't let it be the end of your story. Don't help it. Don't feed the fire to the devil or whatever the case, whoever you believe in. If you don't believe in nothing, just believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait for somebody to tell you where you need to go in life. Don't let them be the creator of your journey. You're the creator of your journey. You're the creator of your story, and you're the creator of your ending. So stick to it. There's gonna be light at the tunnel. I've been there. I've been through the worst of the worst. We could even go deeper one day, and maybe I will. But you're not alone. That's it. Just keep grinding. You'll get there.
Yeah, good shit, bro. I think you just helped me.
All right, that's gonna be I'll send you an invoice.
Oh shit! Okay.
I'll send you an invoice.
I guess I gotta get a herd jacket first.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
So what's up? You want to lead us out with a little exclusive?
Let's see, man. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, take these bullets since you think you got a body of armor. I walk up right in the courtroom like I'm sorry, Your Honor. It was him, I ain't even want to start with the drama. Post-traumatic syndrome, that's just a part of the trauma. Guns are like clothes, before I buy it, I try it on. Legally, I can't own a firearm, but I fire on. A rapper dissing me on this song, oh, he must want to look. He'll finally get his ballistic feature with Jesus on the hook. I make it rain and thunder, you a level under. I can never wonder how it feels to fail. I got the devil's number. That means there ain't a chance is hell that our plans can fail. And if rap don't work, I still got grams for sale. Dope man got you to buy it, and he predicted he ain't gotta force you to buy it if you addicted. But we survived. Balistic Man, I finally arrived. I know I'm late, but what a time to be alive.
Bro, my man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. That's some shit right there.
I mean, with those powerful words right there from our special guest, we would like to thank everybody, for tuning in. Every Tuesday we're dropping the episodes. We've got a lot of special guests on the upcoming. We had a very special one tonight. With the utmost, thankfulness and appreciation. We appreciate you for listening.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Love.
Thank you. So this is end of the third episode of Trials and Tribulations.
Second.
Oh, this is the second.
Yes.
My bad. I'm gonna put these joints away.
Light one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Balistic Man, generals and soldiers. Hey, yo, Killer Fraction, load another clip up. It's the general, you just another soldier. You don't want us rubbing shoulders, just do like your mother told you. Tired of scolding these old rappers like they were my son. All of my patience is done, I'll make you famous for fun. That's why I stay on the run, it's the marathon. Rest in peace to Nipsey, frying rappers till they crispy. If they feel the need to diss me, I gotta keep them busy. Guess that's just a rapper's life. Your girl is on the menu, my appetite is a rapper's wife. Wrap the knife with bed sheets and prisons, a deep religion. Can you see the vision? I'm back from the dead like Jesus risen. Living in these conditions got me in survival.
This is the makeup show, so we won't want to like it's 100,000 out there,
Meets and destinations made, meetings had face to face. That's where the conversation stayed. That's how the game is played. Identify and sort who we're doing business with, so they don't testify in court. Gotta know your level. Generals and soldiers, we're headed to battle like generals and soldiers. Like generals and soldiers in the field, nothing matters but the generals and soldiers. Gotta know your level. Generals and soldiers, we're headed to battle like generals and soldiers. Moving up the ladder like generals and soldiers in the field. Nothing matters but the generals and soldiers. Your destiny's in your palm, depending on if you hear the CO yelling recall on the intercom. Go to war, send a bomb, load the ammunition. What I'm holding on the mission, you'll explode like a magician, make you disappear. With my magical crystal, I know killers that do magic with pistols, a tragical issue. The guns they're holding have a beam with loaded magazines, bombs exploding at the scene. Writing letters, mailing them back home from jail, and my family's my tail and my backbone. I came from a crack zone, sworn to be precise with dice. I'm phenomenally nice, I'll probably hit twice. Chain predominantly ice, it's more mental than physical. When things tend to get critical, it ain't meant for the typical. A criminal at war, rectify the poor, eliminate your enemies so they don't testify at court. Gotta know your level. Generals and soldiers, we're headed to battle like generals and soldiers. Moving up the ladder like generals and soldiers in the field. Nothing matters but the generals and soldiers. Gotta know your level. Generals and soldiers, we're headed to battle like generals and soldiers. Moving up the ladder like generals and soldiers in the field. Nothing matters but the generals and soldiers. Generals and soldiers. Generals and soldiers.